Ikdamikskanaton. Good morning. My name is Sokyawa Kasaki, and I'm from Ghana, the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Blood Indian Reserve known as Ghana. So I'd like to talk to you today about what comprises wellness in our worldview, in our teachings. And that's a big, big topic. And it takes a long time to develop that. And it has to be developed before birth.
When Maslow came to the Sissica Reserve and he saw all these people caring about one another and being close relatives and taking care of one another, it was so contrary to the worldview that he knew, and this was 1938. So when they passed on knowledge to Maslow as a young man, it was quite different than anything he had heard in his education of getting a doctorate in psychology and preparing to teach in his field. So he started formulating what he thought he was being told, and that's what we call Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It actually is that we come actualized into this world. We come with a purpose and a reason for being here. And as we enter this world from the spirit world, we encounter our family and our relatives, and they represent the teepee lining within the teepee. And that lining represents protection and care, just as it would protect from the elements and be insulation against the cold, for example.
I just want to build a new world for my children with love, prayer, and unity. This nation is rebuilding up from the ash of genocide and division. Red, black, yellow, white as one, that's the vision. Every race participates in this new beginning. Sacred is the masculine and sacred is the feminine. Infinite, indigenous, continuous, deliberate. Nothing can stop the people once they got their intentions set.
Me, Wanik Yumpi. I come here from, my English name is Wendell Hannigan. I come here from Yakima, Washington. I walked into camp and my heart truly is overwhelmed by the presence of the people that are here. You cannot really see anything but the love that they share. I think anybody that is here is, I did in my mind they're crazy because right now the temperature is maybe less than freezing outside. The wind is blowing, so they say the wind chill factor must be down to about maybe 10 or 15 degrees. All the way across the United States, all of us as tribal people feel the same way. That water and the native foods, natural sacred foods that are brought to us by the Creator are special to us, and we work hard to protect them. And we pray that we'll continue on with the work that is laid out for us. Oh, thank you.
Well, when I first got here in August, I brought horses. They said, bring horses, something's happening in Standing Rock. Okay, I came up here and I looked at the place and like, wow, where am I gonna camp? It was just kind of like, I had no idea. We want people to come out and live this way for at least a couple days, and see how humble we are. We're compassionate people. And I want everybody to come and experience this way and live like us, live with us. You'll never be hungry. There's always coffee.
Some of you, when you see God, when God comes down to our circle, your heart stops because you're not in the right way. Nobody taught you how to pray the right way. But God sees that, and He brings you back to life, and your whole life is changing. Everything changes in front of you. You see more alive of the grass, the trees, the birds. Your messengers, they come, they bring you stuff. But if you put it to use and put yourself back in the earth, you will know. You will cross that line that goes like that. Because when the Creator touches you, it is an amazing, amazing thing. We use all this electronic stuff, just like they're having me talk to these electronic things. I'm one of the old people. We don't like the electronic stuff. We don't like our pictures taken. We don't like it captured. But I'm taking that step to put this in the electronic things so it doesn't get lost. You young children, you might be seeing this 50 years from now, albeit in the spirit world. But you can light a little bit of sage, a little bit of cedar, and the Great Spirit will send me down to help you with these ways. Let me tell you what the cedar and the sage is for me. The sage prepares the atmosphere that I'm in for the Great Spirit to come. Because when we light the cedar, the voice of God comes through and wraps us on the head so we can hear. I'm done.
The Creator gave you a language to speak directly to Him. Because all languages are God's languages. And when we speak directly to God. So many times we see things as being outside our world, outside of who we are. You know, we have this idea that our Creator's out here. You know, our bodies aren't that solid. You know, this chair, they say, is made up of molecules, atoms, and that there are spaces in between. I told him, I said, you know, that space in between is where the Creator exists. And when you understand that, you know Creator's no longer out here, but in here too. And I think that's one of the hardest things to sell to people is that, you know, the Creator exists alongside you, inside. And because they want to interpret things the way they want to. And that's their prerogative.
And so our responsibility is to find the sacred within ourselves. It means we are sacred. And if you see it as an identity, you don't understand energy. And you think that power belongs to you, but it doesn't. It will work through you if you allow it. I think we have genetic memory. I think that our ancestors are with us. I've been told to imagine that there are thousands of people standing behind me, that they're watching over and guiding and protecting. And that sacredness is there if we allow it. And when we become disconnect from that sacredness of life and the universal powers that are a part of the world we live in, it's extreme suffering and sorrow.
We don't worry about tomorrow because it hasn't arrived yet. But we don't also worry about the past because it's done, it's gone. We keep moving forward. And you don't need to look back on and worry about events in the past. It's a useless exercise and it doesn't get you anywhere but worrying. Very simple teachings. Always visit, feed the spirit with other people around you, and you laugh, you joke, you tell stories, you enjoy the day, you listen to what they are saying because you could be learning from them. They're very simple teachings. We pray for the animals, the spirit world, the plants, and we thank our Creator for all of these blessings. And so gratitude is in the mix all the time. And so the list goes on. And once you fill your bucket up with gratitude, that's good enough for the day.
Tears of absolute praise and run all around the river banks, shouting to the cattails and the minnows and the willows about the truth of beauty, about the truth of a creator that breathes through the trees, truth of a creator that weaves winter out of water and night, the truth of a creator that weaves bodies out of dust and carries us down the river over and over.
Yanga day ya began a shanga ya do began a shanga holanga ne yanga gana tanga skanga what day ya began a shanga ya nanet asa anage nanet abika hujo what day ya began a shanga ya gatsa anage abika hujo ne shen slay. What day ya began a shanga ya day ya began a shanga ya day ya do began a sha gunga